What's going on, YouTube? Just doing a few things here on my Danimax booth. Decided to take out the controller and rewire some of my wires in here. And I figured since I'm doing it, I'll do a little YouTube video so you guys can see what I'm doing. And show you what's exactly in here. Let me just flip this camera around. All right, like I told you, took my Rain 1 out of the booth and show you exactly what I have in here. I'm still waiting on another wire. I'm trying to switch things up here, but as you can see, I have my Apple power cord box junction, whatever you want to call this thing here. In here we have the Ape Labs coins, right? Here's my power USB. It's got these little buttons on the side that turns them on. So what I do is I have my coins plugged in to the power USB. I have it coming out of here. So this is the main wire that is going into, it's going through here, as you could tell. And it goes into USB-C, and that'll go inside I'm a lefty, so I'm always having my laptop on my left. Goes into the Apple. And this right here, this other wire that's tied into this, so this one right here, is going to my external hard drive. And what I do is plug in my hard drive, and I have it in here. This one, like I said, USB-C goes into my laptop, and obviously the charger for the Apple, for the MacBook. Also, this booth, it's the Danimax L booth, I believe it is. It had holes here, and I put these here. I bought these adapters, which go into the back of my Phoenix Pro. Okay, that's my wireless mics. So I have this one going out to the right side, and I have this one coming out to the left. Okay, this is where I'm gonna plug in my controller. And what I do, I have this one. This is just basically, it's the same wire. It's gonna go into my Rain 1 again, but it's gonna be on so like I was saying, there's a line A and a line B. So basically, what I'm gonna do is have this one going into line B. So in case I like to have a backup, okay? So I bring my other laptop with me, and should the MacBook for some reason shit the bed, I can switch over to line B and start working with my backup laptop, which is it's PC laptop, gaming laptop. It'll do the job. It'll finish the job without problems. So I'm not worried about that. It's a really good backup to have if I'm gonna have a backup. So there is the power block for my gaming laptop. This right here is the power for the USB hub, which I have on just like a little shorty extension cord plugged into here. So this right here, it is the power for my backup laptop. This is for my Phoenix Pro microphones. This one right here is going to this box right here to power up my power USB box. And these two are just like my phone charger, and this is the old school USB charger for my hotspot when I bring it out. But for now, that's it. So I'm waiting on another shorty extension cord. I do have this splitter here. This also is plugged into, it's actually this one right here. It's plugged into here, and what I do is I have one split here, so one side will go to, once I get my other shorty extension cords, one side is going to go to my MacBook charger. The other one is going to be, I actually have, it's right here, another one of these bad boys. I'm going to plug this right here, and one will be for my controller. The other one, what I do is I like to stick it through one of these holes here, along with another shorty like that. Inside my booth, I'm able to power up like an external mixer or whatever it is I put underneath the center console of the Mac's booth. But once I'm all done, I'll show you. Also, I don't know if anyone else has DD-Max booths, but on this side, I used to have my microphone holder. Okay, it's the ones that you get with DD-Max. And this side used to be my headphone holder. And what happened was, as you could tell, it's still in there. The screw broke, so I was tightening it up one day, because these things tend to get loose. So I tightened it up one day and it just snapped. But I wanted to keep these without having a hole in here, so I wanted to keep these pieces in here. So I ended up just putting some of the some sort of like Gorilla Glue. And same thing here. I tried to drill that out, but that didn't work out. So I no longer use this to hold my headphones, nor that for my microphone. So, and what I do is basically just shove them inside these little cubbies. I do have this open spot right here. Usually right here I'll hold my iPad. You know, sometimes I'll throw my headphones in there or whatnot. Other than that, that is it. So this is how the booth looks when it's all open. I must have opened this box, I don't know how many times, but I leave this side right here. It's all adjusted, the height's adjusted, everything's perfect to my Rain 1 controller. I just basically move this side right here and then tighten it up. This actually white cable that I have here is my main cable. So it's a mess right now. It's actually hanging out here doing nothing. But what I do is I send it in through one of these holes here, and it basically comes out underneath, and I run it on the floor and I plug it into, you know, the wall outlet. But it's to power up my surge protector right in here. Now, the only thing I don't know yet is if plugging this external hard drive, okay, to this side, being that it is installed in here, being that it's in this one, I don't know if I should run a separate cable, okay, and just in case have another hard drive on this side. I don't know if it's gonna read it, even though it's plugged in, because, you know, like I said, even the backup wire for the controller, so even this, that's gonna plug into the back line 1 and 2 behind the controller, and the other end's over here actually. This will plug into my laptop. I don't know if it's gonna read external hard drive. That remains to be seen. Don't know, I guess what I would say is, I don't know if it's gonna read it coming out of here and coming out of here, if that makes any sense. Like a vice versa kind of thing. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll show you when I'm all done. All right, YouTube, so here's what we ended up getting. I did end up getting a USB by USB, thinking that because my hard drive is plugged in there, but the main, which is that one right there, that main right over there, is going to my Apple. I don't think, and like I said, here's the hard drive. So this is plugging into my USB hub. They're going directly into my backup laptop that it would be able to read my hard drive. Well, it doesn't. So what I did was I ended up making a folder and leaving it on the desktop of this laptop, just so, as opposed to being without music. That would be the second backup. Third would be my iPad, of course, which is always already plugged in. I did free up a little bit of space. I used to have this big white wire rolled up in here, so I cleaned it up pretty good now. I ended up going, like I said, tie wiring it to the bracket here, coming all the way from this corner. And everything else is pretty much like I showed you earlier. But it's all set. I do have my second line B connected, which here's the power cord to my backup laptop. And here is the wire, USB-C, that'll go to the laptop from the hub. So it does read my controller. It doesn't read the hard drive. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful to anyone. If it was, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and watch out for gig logs coming up.